But if Jeff doesn't respond, then that definitely says that he's hiding something, and I think that that's a really not a good look, especially... Alrighty guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. So your boy was just chilling. He's just finished his freaking leg day and his legs feel like SpaghettiOs. Was sitting on his bed back there with his stuffed duck animal and Arnold over his head, and you can't see the word conquer because of the freaking glare. So I'm just scrolling on Instagram, sitting there, and then I see this. Just an Instagram story of Johnny Bravo here, and for the most part, who cares? But then I remembered that Johnny Bravo, you know, he's all about making these stories and, like, you know, on shit that's going on in fitness and just basically crap in general that's going on in the world. And I remember that he is planning to make a video on the whole Jeff Nippard, Hussein, and Greg Doucette situation. So then I read his post, and it says, so there are certain creators that I reach out to when I'm doing a story because I like to reach out to all parties involved because I'm not trying to make biased stories. However, there are some that will just ignore me. Those get put on a certain list. That list isn't a good one because I'm probably worse for them than getting audited by the IRS. So I saw that and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess that kind of makes sense. You know, bro obviously wants to put out quality content. He wants to hear the sides of both stories. And so I'm like, okay. So I just scroll and then I see this. This is an example of somebody that just ignores me. Both Greg Doucette and Hussein Farhat answered any questions I had on running this story. Like I've said before, I get the most views per video in the industry, so a story that I run has a ton of reach. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he just didn't see it. And this is Jeff Nippard, which is interesting. Very interesting. So Johnny Bravo's obviously trying to make a story for this whole thing, but Jeff didn't really respond, which, okay, it is a very big possibility that, you know, Jeff, you know, just didn't see it. So Johnny Bravo is giving Jeff the benefit of the doubt, and I would also give Jeff the benefit of the doubt here that he just didn't see it. I mean, if we look at John Bravo's Instagram or whatever, he's got 40.6 thousand followers, which, I mean, is a hefty amount of followers, and he is verified. But if we look at Jeff Nippard's account, I mean, he's got 3.1 million followers. So I do think there is a good chance that Jeff didn't see this because he probably gets messages from people, like just random fans or whatever all the time and stuff. If we just look at Johnny Bravo's, like my mutual followers with him anyway, or people, you know, that we also follow, Jeff isn't on that list. So I do believe I don't think Jeff follows him then because he would have appeared on my, you know, my list of mutual followers. So there is a good chance that Jeff just didn't see this message. But someone that Jeff does certainly follow and stuff is Greg Doucette, who also reposted this story. So Jeff has definitely seen this by now. I mean, it was only posted 37 minutes ago at the time of recording this video, but Jeff will definitely see this. So he's definitely gonna have to come out and do some explaining and stuff to John Bravo or whatever. If he doesn't, this is really not a good look because that tells me, and it obviously tells Johnny Bravo or whatever, that he's clearly hiding something because, you know, Greg and Hussein obviously answered all his questions or whatever. If Jeff doesn't, that means he's hiding something. He's sweeping it under the rug and stuff. And I think this whole thing is freaking crazy that it started off like, and it still is, people are still not happy with Greg and Hussein. And then Jeff obviously, you know, made this apology and people were feeling bad for him and stuff like that. But then how this just took a complete 180 And now Jeff is also getting quite a bit of hate for this, which is interesting. I mean, this whole thing, again, is stupid, shouldn't have happened, but we gotta come clean, guys. So I do hope that Jeff does see this, and I'm making this video in the hopes that, maybe Jeff, this will, push it out to more people, and then Jeff will see it so he can respond to John Bravo, because let's be honest, we all just want to know the truth of what actually is going down and stuff. But if Jeff doesn't respond, then that definitely says that he's hiding something, and I think that that's a really not a good look, especially like the fact that he pretty much used that whole apology post or whatever as like a scapegoat to get out of this whole situation, even though he knew it was a prank or whatever, or a publicity stunt from Greg Newsane. So Jeff, hopefully he responds to Johnny Bravo and he makes his video. Oh, and also, just an FYI, if we go to my Instagram profile and we go on my followers, your boy Johnny Bravo follows me. So I appreciate the follow, Johnny Bravo. Can't wait for your video on the whole story to come out. Hopefully Jeff responds to you so you can get, both sides of the story, but if he doesn't, not a great look on him again. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Let me know in the comments, again, what you think of all this, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.